3, 2, 1.
Eins,
Servus, grüezi,
los
and
geht's!
welcome not to the best, your favorite podcast with your favorite B-boy host, your favorite breaking show. And my guest, this time, very special, all the way from the UK. Make some noise for MC Trix.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's only hip hop in the building. Only hip hop. What's up?
So, first of all, I always like to give my guests the so-called flowers at the beginning, right?
Oh,
Give
okay.
them the respect because everything you did, you inspire so many people, so many generations with your style, with your energy. So I want to give you a big, big shout out, MC Trix. And man, we already talked offline about it.
Shoutouts to Bottega Prama. I am really happy and excited for the cooperation. Use the code GTV10 now to get your discount on your purchase and also become a patron now. And at the end of the month, you can win €100 for their online store. Yes, Bottega Prama, slow fashion, dancewear, streetwear, Be Pro, patented protection and culture. Be Pro patented protection is really crazy because Be Pro means be protected and it's an innovative under t-shirt that protects the points of the body at great risk of injury. Wrists, elbows, and for the first time in the world, the shoulders. How does Be Pro work? Our pads have a...
I started hosting in 2009, right?
Yes.
And then, so no, first of all, I started dancing in 2000. And the first thing
Dancing
that I
first.
saw was Battle of the Year. The
Oh.
first voice I heard
Yeah.
was, look, I get goosebumps, yeah. Tonight, you're gonna see some breaking and some rapping and some
Oh, fun.
scratching and
Yes.
breaking and some graffiti and some breaking, and then you're gonna see some more breaking.
There
Yeah,
you go. All right.
yeah. And then I started hosting in 2009, and in 2012, I think we got booked together.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
you already forgot this, but it's such a nice story. Um, we hosted together the Octagon battle, right?
Octagon,
So,
yes. I
so
remember. Yes,
So
yes, yes.
you explain the rules and I show them
Yes, yes,
in the
yes, yes.
octagon.
I
So you
remember.
say,
Yes.
first rule, you start dancing outside. I start dancing outside.
That's right. Yes.
Second rule, you have to dance into the octagon
Into the
and
circle.
dance into
Yes.
the
Into the
circle.
octagon.
And then you say the third rule, now you can mix it up, but you cannot crash the octagon because you
Please. Yes. Yes.
and I was so hyped and so happy. I host with MC Trix. I closed my eyes, turned around, and I destroyed the octagon. Oh my God. And then you said on the
Uh-oh.
mic, now I know why you stop breaking and start MC. Man, it was so hilarious. But the biggest thing I took from that was you really, when you MC, you incorporate the crowd, right?
Yes,
So you're
yes,
not
yes.
a television host and
No,
talk to a camera, you
no,
talk to
no.
people, and the
Talk to
people are
people.
there.
Yes,
Right. So when I saw this, I
yes.
thought to myself, okay, Mickey, you have to step up. So I'm hosting now 15 years. 15 years. I traveled world continents with my hosting. So everything I have and am is because of your influence. So,
Oh my
so
goodness.
thank
Thank you
you
for the
very,
flowers.
very much.
Thank you for the flowers. Oh my gosh. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I must admit, I hear it a lot. Yeah, Tricks, you are responsible for this. Thank you for this. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, thank you. But no, now I get a little bit older. I think I understand. I see, because I'm old school, MC Trix is now 62 years old, I'm old school. I see B-boys and MCs bringing their kids to battles and saying, "Oh, MC Trix, what's up?" Like that. And I'm like, "Hey, man, I have been around a lot of years, and yes, if this B-boy is bringing his kids to meet MC Trix to take photos or whatever, hey, man, I must have inspired people, hopefully, to understand that number one, hip hop is supposed to be fun.
Yes. Yes.
Please. I know a lot of people take it so serious.
Yeah, with all the
This is
prize
not my
money
style.
and championships nowadays,
Oh man.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact it's a good thing, but I know even with that, like now we have the evolvement of the Olympics. They are taking it so serious. But please, if anything, if I can teach anybody anything, please remember, hip hop is supposed to be fun.
Mhm.
Please.
Mhm.
Oh
I mean,
man.
this is why we all started breaking,
Hey, of
rapping,
course.
and because it was fun for us, right?
Fun, man. You could get money, You could get respect from your peers, you know, even if they didn't like you, they would say something like, hey, nice piece of graffiti. Hey, nice head spin. You know, you get respect. And of course, you know, the girls thought it was cool.
I just wanted to say back then the girls. So in my research, I found that in 1983, you're active since 1983. So
Yes.
what does that mean? And can you tell us, because you grow up with the whole hip hop community growing and right?
Yeah.
So do you
Yes.
remember your first touch with our culture? Like, did you saw something? Did you hear something?
Of course. I tell this story to anybody who is able to listen. And back in the day in Great Britain, in the UK where I lived, every Thursday night at 7 o'clock on the BBC was a program called Top of the Pops. This is the top 10 records selling in the country. On this particular Thursday, I will never forget it, there was a group called Shalimar, a funk and soul R&B group called Shalimar. To promote their record, their new record, which was called A Night to Remember, they sent over one of the artists, one of the singers called Jeffrey Daniels. He started doing a dance to his own record, not singing, just dancing. And he was doing, for the very first time that the country ever saw, body popping, or electric boogaloo, as you will call it, mixed in with a little bit of robot.
What year are we talking?
1983. A Night to Remember by Shalimar. I'll never forget it. So we saw this body popping and we couldn't understand what we were seeing. It looked crazy. I remember my sister Angela, my oldest of my three sisters, Angela, saying, hey, look at him. How can he be walking forwards when he's moving backwards? Because he was doing the moonwalk, right? And we were just like, oh, what the hell? This is before internet, before people even had mobile phones. You know, we only had the phone at home or the telephone box outside on the street.
Where are you? I'm at home.
Exactly, I'm at home. Did you see that? Oh my gosh, we went to the youth club. Did you see that guy doing? He was kind of doing, you know, we couldn't even describe what we were looking at. Lo and behold, the very next week, because the BBC got so many handwritten letters, not emails, letters with postage stamps. They got so many letters and so many phone calls and so many requests because they wanted to see this guy again. The BBC flew him over at their own expense again, back to the UK 5 days later, ready for the next Thursday edition of Top of the Pops. This time, everybody was ready. I mean, man, it was in the newspapers, for goodness sake. You know, we were ready with our VCR record, our video cassette record, not DVDs, yes. Old school VCRs, and we recorded this episode, and that was it. Now, I was dope, but broke, okay? I didn't have money, so I went round to my friend's house, Patrick, because his parents were rich and they had a video recorder. And we played the hell out of that thing. We rewound it and played it and rewound it and played it. We bought the baggy pants. We bought the white gloves. We did the miming like Marcel Muscle. You know, it was the thing. Lo and behold, after Jeffrey Daniels, shortly after this, Hey You, the Rocksteady Crew, came into the British charts. Then we saw the Rocksteady Crew, and then, not just popping, we saw breaking and locking. And oh my gosh, that was it for us. That was it. Seriously. Luckily, where I lived in Nottingham, the city of Nottingham, the land of Robin Hood, luckily, there was a milk drink tour from the States for a drink called WFLA. Okay? Now, WFLA, that didn't matter, whatever it was called, but it was like a strawberry and a chocolate milk drink. But there was a promotional tour for this drink, and they brought over 8 dancers from the streets of New York to promote their drink. Of course, we already knew about the Rocksteady Crew. So when we saw this promotional show in the middle of our city center going on, man, we were like, oh God, there's breakers in Nottingham. There's real life breakers. We saw windmills and all that kind of stuff. So of course, after the show was finished, we practically kidnapped these B-boys and B-girls. We kidnapped them, seriously. And we took them to McDonald's and we sat them down and we were talking to them and how you do this and how you do that. And we would not leave them alone. After, I'm talking like about 8, 9 o'clock at night, we followed them to their hotel. To their hotel, where they asked their manager if they could hang out for the evening with us. And the manager's like, no. So they said, oh, well, you know, middle finger to you, we're going anyway. And they came with us and they came to our youth club and they danced till like 10, 11 o'clock at night. It was for us, that was it. Not only do we have popping now and mining and robotics, but we have breaking, we have locking, we have everything that we need. And we had the hip hop culture explained to us by real live breakers from New York. And we never looked back. Now, please understand, we were improvising on what we saw. We didn't have all the moves and all the techniques. And there were a lot of bashed heads and, you know, broken shoulders and
Break dance.
elbows. But you know what? We absolutely, positively would not stop until we got it. And we did. And we never looked back.
And the feeling when you get the move.
Ah, man, you can't describe it. Seriously, when your friends or your colleagues or even sometimes your enemies are like, hey, that's it, do that again. Oh, man, it's just the best. Seriously, hip-hop is not about money. It is not about bling. Forget that crap. AK-47s and gold chains and booty. No, the real hip-hop is about getting respect from your peers. Hey, nice piece of graffiti. Hey, yeah. I like the way you scratched that beat in. Yeah. Hey, that was a good MCing you did. Whatever. It's about getting respect from your peers. That is for free.
Yes.
For free.
Cost no.
Yeah. Man, and you can't buy that, man. That feeling, oh, you cannot buy it.
So you started out with your friends. You started also crew then?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. No, we were just one-on-one breakers. Just individual breakers, hanging out in the same place at the same time, trying to learn our moves. Like I said, some of these people were my enemies. You know, we used to fight in the streets and everything. But lo and behold, hip-hop kind of brought us together. Now, please understand, like I said, I was dope, but I was broke. I had holes in my shoes, in my trousers. You know, I kind of smelled a bit funny. You know, nobody would hang out with me. But lo and behold, if I did a nice backspin, like, oh, Trix, hey, yeah, well, not even Trix. I didn't even have a b-boy name. Like, Trix, do that backspin, man. How do you do that? Yeah, well, you take your right leg like this and you swing it around like this, and away we go. And lo and behold, that's the hip hop community. Each one teach one, right?
Yeah. Like how many stories you hear from dancers? Their enemies became their best friends.
For real. Yeah, that b-boy, I don't really like him, man. I battled him and he beat me with this move and everything. But
I have a nice story from Dizzy from Canada. Yeah. He told me when he started out, there was a lot of cliques and crews, but not dancing crews, just cliques, you know?
Yeah.
And every clique had 1 or 2 breakers.
Yeah.
And then when they met at the parties, you always on the lookout, you know?
Yeah.
And then, bro, they met more and more, and then all the breakers from all the cliques, they came together and they made the crew.
They made the crew, and there you go. That's how it works, man. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. Music and dance, it really does bring people together. I say this almost, oh man, every event I go, music and dance, man. It's such a powerful thing because it's for free and anybody can do it, you know, in whatever capacity. It doesn't matter, you know. It really brings people together.
You can just be yourself. You don't have to
be yourself, man.
Be somebody else, right?
Yeah, man, for real.
In that time, you started to get to have jams in your country, or did you just go to parties and dance there?
Yeah, lo and behold, there was one guy, he couldn't break, he couldn't pop, he couldn't rap, he couldn't MC, he couldn't DJ, but he could organize.
Yeah, the hidden element, right?
Yeah, the fifth element of hip hop, or the sixth element is organization, because if nobody organizes, we got no jam, right? My guy was called Horace Francis, and he worked at like a youth club where we used to hang out, and he got permission from the boss to put on just for 1 hour, a little disco, a little disco. Now, normally discos are, you got your music from like U2 and at the time, the popular pop artists, I don't know, Kylie Minogue, Britney Spears, whatever. Yeah, but this was strictly hip hop music, had never been done before. The whole world and his dog and his cat came to this particular jam on this particular day. Why? 50% were there because they were breakers, and the other 50% were just curious to see what this breaking stuff was. Yeah, Like I say, the girls will be hanging out with their nice, nice outfits and the shorts and the little gold chains and be standing there watching us like, come on then, show me something. Do some breaking. Come on. And then, of course, by the end, it's like, yeah, it was all right. So what's your name again? Oh, it was just the best.
I know so many stories of b-boys getting girls with their moves. So yeah.
For real, for real. And then as it became more respected and more recognized, because please understand, we were getting a lot of stress from people like reggae groups, like this, like, what's that noise you're making? That's not black music. Hey, dude, comes from the States. There's all kinds over there. Black, white, Hispanic, Puerto Rican. There's all kinds of that. Well, what are you talking about? Music is music.
Also,
dance is dance.
people who listen to us now, back then, hip hop music, rap music was not
Yeah.
mainstream.
Oh.
Nobody liked it.
Nobody liked it.
Us, our small group, and that's it.
Yep. That was it, man. Seriously. Now, officially,
Now
as
we're mainstream.
BDP said about 16 years ago, hip hop music and its derivatives is the biggest selling music on the
Yeah,
planet.
we are mainstream.
We are mainstream.
Everybody dressed like us, talk
Thank
like
you.
us.
Thank you.
They have the hair, they have the, everything.
It's mainstream. And please understand, it's also a generational thing.
Yeah.
Like I explained to you before, the B-boys and B-girls who were 18, at my time, like 17, 18-year-old, now have kids of their own. So, of course, grandma and grandpa or uncle or auntie are now listening to hip-hop music and the kids are listening too. So, yeah, why not? Yeah, we are mainstream.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
For real, for real.
100%. So you started out dancing, right? And
Yes,
back then
indeed.
there was not like you do only this or you do only that. You tried everything, right? You did a little locking.
That
you
is
did a little
exactly the thing. Yes. Luckily,
right?
there was an audition for a crew to make a breakdance crew, sponsored by the club Rock City. Okay, they only played rock and hardcore, but the management, you wanted to make some money, as they all did in the 80s, and saw breaking or hip hop culture as a way to make money. So the boss of the club Rock City decided to have auditions and trials to make a crew called the Rock City Crew. Now, our dream at this time was to be sponsored. We wanted to have the tracksuits, and a contract and regular gigs coming in. So, of course, there were about 40, 50 people turned up for this audition. At the first audition, I didn't even get in. But the second audition, I did get in. Now, what happened was we had a hardcore of 16 crew members. Now, 16 is a lot. However, what happened was we had different people who used to do different kinds of dance. We had one guy that actually used to do ballet. We had one guy that used to do mime and improvisation. And we had two guys who just used to dance like jazz, like footwork dancing, And then we had one guy called Devon Dyer and another one called Colin Carruthers. These two guys, they were poppers. But the thing about these guys and why my crew was so good was because they thought differently. They would say some crazy ideas like, you know what? Can't we mix up some top dance, like some different kind of footwork with the top rock, and then also put some body poppy moves into our freezers, like the body. And we were like, what the hell? That's not breaking. Yeah. That's not what Rocksteady crew do. Yeah, but we're Rock City crew. I want to do something different. And also the DJ. We had a DJ. We had a DJ, Master Scratch. DJ Scratch, do you think you could play some reggae music? What's reggae music got to do with hip hop? I just want to dance. I want to break, but to reggae music. Just something different. And because of Colin Carruthers and because of Devon Dye, because they thought differently and came up with these crazy ideas, lo and behold, we all started to learn all the facets of how to make a show. Not just battle, but show, how to entertain the people, because that's how we made our money. People would book us to do a show, like an evening 20-minute performance, and we had to have ideas. And those ideas came from, and lo and behold, that meant that MC Trix, or should I say Trix, was not just a b-boy. I also, in this show performance, I had to DJ because Master Scratch also wanted to break. So who the hell's going to play the music on the decks? Okay. Also, Trix became also an MC because our main MC was Devon, Popping Pepsi as we used to call him. He was our main MC. But when he wanted to do his show, who the hell's going to hold the mic? So we all learned all the aspects of hip hop together. It was a fantastic time. Really was.
That's so beautiful. Because when I started out dancing, we also had poppers and lockers in our crew. So it was normal that you did this, right?
Of course, of
And
course.
like you say, the poppers had a different mindset. I mean, originality is everything.
Originality, yes, yes,
Originality is everything. And I
absolutely.
remember when I started out dancing, I always said, "Ah, we are b-boys, we're the best. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This dance is bullshit." But when you get older, you
Yes,
realize you can take from every dance and
every
you can make
dance.
everything breaking. This
Absolutely,
this is the
absolutely.
beautiful thing about breaking. You can take everything and make it breaking, but you
And
cannot take
make it breaking.
everything and make it
Absolutely,
salsa or make it ballet.
absolutely, absolutely. Why the hell not? I mean, I've been to weddings where you know what? Oh gosh, the b-boy, as regards music, the b-boys can dance to anything. Anything. I've seen b-boys dancing to classical music,
Yeah, yeah.
reggae music. You know,
Flying
hey,
Steps does a whole theater show, right?
hey, flying steps. They had flying Bach, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
The b-boys can dance to anything, and they keep the party rocking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you get, like I say, the poppers getting creative with a group of breakers and vice versa, hey, the whole thing just explodes. I love breaking. I love battles because it's spontaneous. You never know what you're gonna
Yes.
see.
Yes.
And when the new ideas come, I mean, check this out. One of my favorite moves during our show, I mean, like, okay, a head spin is a head spin, is a head spin, is a head spin. Okay. I went to Battle of the Year 1995. I saw Storm for the first time. And I saw him putting his legs on this coast in like 16 different positions. And I'm like, what the hell? That is crazy. You know, he has the right idea. You know, it can be spontaneous. You can be creative. My favorite move was to do sometimes in our show a head spin on a chair. You know, people are like, what the hell? Yeah, but hey, it was a show. You know, I had the
Entertain.
idea. One of my guys said, you know what, just can we just use some props? We'll have a table and chair, and that's for the poppers and the lockers. They can pretend they're sitting, they're there, eating, drinking. But then the breakers, what are we going to do? I'm going to do a backspin on the table. Okay, I'm going to do a windmill with a chair between my legs. And then Trix comes up, I'm going to do a headspin on the chair. Yeah? Okay, try it. But lo and behold, hey, that's right. Being creative, being spontaneous, having fun with it as well. You know, that's why I think to me, hip hop in general will never die out. In fact, it's going to
Well,
get worse.
I think this is it, it sounds like crazy, but it's the solution for everything. It's people start if you have problems with somebody, go battle.
Go battle, man. Go
Go.
battle. Go
Who is
dance.
better?
Go dance.
Go
Seriously. Yeah,
dance.
man. You're right. Oh, man.
Get your props there, get your friends there, get your stories there. I mean,
Absolutely. Share experiences together. You
yeah.
know, life is for living, you know. You
Mhm.
know, no man is an island. That's what they say. So get together,
Mhm.
get some experience, get some life together, some life experience. The world is bigger than your backyard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Other people have other ideas
100%.
more than yours. So
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
by all means. Go
You
on.
have you remember some like battle stories back then, how you started out beating people in the cypher or in competitions?
Absolutely. Oh gosh. We were the Rock City crew. We classed ourselves almost like professionals. At the time, like I said, I was dope but broke. I didn't have a job. I was unemployed. I was practicing maybe 10 hours, 11 hours a day. You know, we would go to the youth club in the daytime, and then we would go to the club Rock City at night, where we could use the dance floor for free until the club opened at night. So we were practicing all the time. And of course, we thought, like you said, we're the best. We're the best, man. Nobody's
We're
touching us.
b-boys.
Seriously. And then, as we got our little bit of money together, once again, our so-called leader, you know, like Colin Carruthers and Poppin Pepsi and Captain C, they said, you know what? We got to get out of Nottingham, man. We got to see some other breakers. So instead of staying in Nottingham in our own backyard, we traveled to like Wales, Ireland, Scotland. You know, went to the south in London where we had some serious fistfights with a crew called the London All Stars. Yeah, but it was nice to see other breakers. And to tell you the truth, we were kind of felt like, yeah, we're okay. We can hold our own. But there's always somebody better than you. Always. On any given
Definitely.
day, somebody can beat you. And you know what? They don't even have to be that good. Let's say that one B-boy's been practicing this head spin and he's hopping on his head. Yeah? Maybe he's practicing this head spin and he's hopping and he doesn't get it. But you know, on the day when the battle's on and the adrenaline's pumping the heart and all the crowd's there and he nails this one head spin and the crowd goes crazy and that's it, you lost.
Mhm.
Yeah? You know, anything can happen spontaneously.
It's
I had
always
so many
the
battles like
moment,
this, man.
right? It's
Yeah.
always about the
In the
moment. Doesn't
moment.
matter who is better on paper. When you battle, it's about the moment.
Absolutely. Ask Lilu. Ask Lilu. Lilu was, oh my gosh. Lilu was training. I'll never forget, for the Red Bull BC1 this particular year, he was training and training and training. He was fit. He had his cardiovascular up, but he didn't go to any battles. Lo and behold, he lost. What happened after that? He went to every single damn battle he could find. He used his own money, whether he was invited or not, went to every one-on-one, two-on-two battle. Next year at BC1, killed it. Killed it. He was battle hardened and battle ready. Serious, hey, for real. Battle is the thing. On the day.
You only get better traveling, right?
You only get better traveling, man.
There's no excuse, no substitute for that, right?
No substitute. World is bigger than your backyard, for real. Yeah, man. There's a lot of battles. Man, I got so many battle stories. But yeah, I would say, long story short, yeah, anybody on any day can beat you. It doesn't matter how good you are, for real.
So so tell us one nice battle story and one bad battle story.
Okay. 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 1980, I think it was 1985. There was something called Fresh 86. I think it was Fresh 86. I was hosting this battle, and I was in the battle, and I was so hyped because of in the cipher they needed another guy to join a 2-on-2 battle. One guy was on his own, so I said, "Okay, MC Trix is coming. MC Trix is coming." And I went into this 2-on-2 battle. I dived off the stage, smashed my head against the floor, completely unconscious. Yeah, stupid tricks. I was so hyped. I thought, yeah, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to do a forward roll, and ta-da, MC Trix is here. I landed on top of somebody's shoulder. It flipped me over, landed on my head, bam, out. True story. That was bad. That was bad. People thought I was...
What happened after that? You had to go...
Well, after that, people were laughing their asses off. They thought I was fooling around, but I was actually unconscious. Yeah, I think somebody grabbed me by the arm and pulled me to the side and kind of left me like, "Hey, come on, Trix." Hey, wait.
But after you continued?
I was out. KO, man. KO. Seriously. That was that. I mean, the battle was hype. Don't get me everything. I thought I was doing the right thing, but no. That was a bad battle story.
I mean, I know your energy, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was hyped, man. I was hyped. I wanted to get into this battle. I was all warmed up and, yeah, knocked myself unconscious.
And now a nice one, please.
And now a nice one. Okay. Let me think now. Oh, I remember. There was some B girls. I think they were called the Flex Divas. And it was a girl crew. It was really nice to see girl crews coming in. Yeah. And oh, gosh. These two girls, they were really good. They practiced and they had their routines, their 2-on-2 routines. But unfortunately, on the day, they were too scared to dance. With the competition around and everybody watching them. I'm talking to like 15, 16 years old. But they were so ready, man. And I was, God, ladies, please. You know what? I went in first, okay, and I'm fooling around and whatever, and I grabbed the hand of the guys that they're supposed to be battling, and I said, "Come on, do give me something like this." And so they went, and then I went over after they finished to the girls. I said, "Come on, ladies, please, come on, please, just give me one move." Okay, now give me two, and then slowly they got their confidence. I think because I introduced them into the battle rather than just standing there like, "Okay, we're ready." No, I introduced them, and I was fooling around and everything. Come on, it's just for fun. Off they went, and I remember it, they absolutely killed it. I remember them getting a round of applause from people and stuff like that. And people, "Oh, so who are you? Where do you come from?" And, "Oh yeah, we come from Sheffield in England." And oh man, I was old school by then, but I was looking at them, I was like, yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's that thing again with each one teach one, helping people along.
You made them feel comfortable, right?
Yeah, make them feel comfortable, man. Hip hop is dope, man. I swear. But some people, they are, quite rightly, they like to stand on the sidelines and just watch, and that's okay, But if you really want to do it, sometimes some people need a little bit of help,
Yes, a little push, right?
Just a little push, man. And I got pushed with it.
So you already say you hosted this battle in '86, right?
Yeah, I was an MC, but only by because, like I said, I have a really big mouth, I'm really loud.
You're a
You know, so
natural
if
MC. You're a
yeah, so
natural.
if the system breaks down, everybody can still hear me. You know what I'm saying? If we have no electricity, yeah, we can hear Tricks. It's okay. He needs no microphone. You know, simple as that. And lo and behold, as it regards being a real MC, I mean, to me, yeah, I would be an MC, but only if I could get into the jam for free. That was my wages, you know. So like, oh, yeah, Tricks will pay for your train and we'll
Yeah,
pay for your bus.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Then I'm coming. I'm coming with my crew and everything,
yeah,
and that's what I used to do.
yeah,
As regards being a serious MC, like instead of b-boy Tricks, like MC Tricks,
yeah.
man, that was wow. I have to tip my hat to Battle of the Year, really. Tell you the truth, 1995, true story. I went to Battle of the Year on a coach. There was a guy called Blue Eyes, a rapper in England, and he went to Battle of the Year 1994, loved it, and brought a poster back. I said, listen, next year I'm hiring a coach. We're going to Battle of the Year in Germany. Germany? They break in Germany? Yeah, man, come on, you got to see it. 1995, went to Battle of the Year, and my guy Blue Eyes was actually the host, the English-speaking host. There should have been a German host, but he didn't turn up.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Eyes knew me and said, Tricks, I need you to come and host me with Battle because there's always two MCs for Battle of the Year. And I'm like, what? No way. I paid my money. I come to this jam. And this is the battle I was telling you about. I met Storm for the first time and he's kicking my ass. Oh my gosh. I'm getting embarrassed by Storm with his moves. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Back then, Storm was untouchable. Yeah.
He really was. When he was there with his brother and everything, man, he was untouchable. I'm like, teach me. And then my friend, you know, Blue Eyes comes in and wants me to MC. I'm like, get out of here, man. I'm hanging out with these guys. Tricks, please come on. We need an MC and the battle's gonna start. Okay. Calm down. I'll do it. So that's how I got to be the host of Battle of the Year. It was a complete accident. Seriously. That's how it worked, man. Now, the reason I got energy is because I got B-boy energy. You know what I'm saying? I get hyped because I see the B-boys. The B-boys make me hype, and I give my energy back to the people as an MC. So yeah.
I like to say when I MC, I'm a fan first.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I love to watch breaking.
Love it, man.
When I say, "Oh, that's dope," that's my natural reaction because I love breaking. And
love it, man.
I
For
treat
real.
it like I watch it on my video or something.
Exactly.
So, of course, it's so crazy. Like you say, accident. You know, like it was just meant to be, right? Because
it seems like God had a plan. Yeah.
Because Botti, especially my generation, we don't know Botti without Tricks. You know, this goes hand in hand, right?
Indeed, it seems like it. Yeah, the Thomas Hagenrother, the guy who made a Battle of the Year. Yeah, indeed. I mean, after 95 was the first year that the first real year that Battle of the Year was actually on VHS cassette.
Mm-hmm.
So people got the VHS for they were able to buy it. So instead of actually being at the event, they could watch it as many times as they liked in the comfort of their own home. Breaking was on VHS and it was distributed everywhere.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, of course, Thomas saw this crazy English black guy jumping up and down on the stage and shouting loud and proud. And he liked my style.
Nice.
And he asked me to come back the next year. He actually got my telephone number from Blue Eyes and said, and called me and said, like, we would like you to come back to Battle of the Year. I'm definitely coming back. It was a dope event. Yeah, Mick's gonna put me on the coach and no, Tricks. No, we will pay for you to come.
Oh.
Eh? What? Yeah. We will book a plane. You will come. You'll fly over with Mick, and you'll host. And for this, we will give you like 300 pounds or something. What the heck? You're gonna pay
money?
me real money to come and do something that I was gonna do anyway?
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. That's really nice.
Battle of the Year. That's how it started, man. Seriously. Yeah, for real.
Battle of the Year is so important in our history, right? Because so many people heard music for the first time.
Yes, true.
For the first time.
Very true.
When did you start to host with Specs together?
Oh, Specs came, I think it was 3 years later. So 95, about 97, 98, I think Specs. I think it was 98 when Specs came. I remember Specs being there as a little 15-year-old. He was actually on the stage. You can actually see him if you watch the video very closely for 95. He's actually sitting on the stage with his friends. And yeah, he was there as an MC, as a rapper. He loved rapping and he loved graffiti. So I think it was 98 when I started with Specs. And I'd have to check that. I'm not sure. But I think
till this day, this is the duo for Battle of the Year. I mean,
Yep,
shoutouts to all the other MCs that
yeah,
also do a good job, but
sure.
Battle of the Year is and forever will be Tricks and Specs.
Tricks and Specs, one from Germany, one from England. Yeah, exactly. I used to love my time with Specs, man. We did so much crap together.
I mean, you also had the good chemistry, right?
Yeah,
You
it
could hear
worked.
it.
It worked, man. It worked for real. I think once again, Thomas is responsible. He's the one that got. I mean, Specs is a personal friend of Thomas Hegenrother, you know.
Mhm.
But he was a good MC. I mean, he was already a rapper in his own
Yeah,
right. You know,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
got his own contract. You know,
yeah.
his record deals and everything. But yeah, the chemistry was there. It definitely worked for us both. Yes, indeed.
Mhm. And for the hosting, like you say, in the 80s you started, in the 90s you got Battle of the Year for the first time.
Yes,
Then you
indeed.
started to host Battle of the Year every year and go more internationally. In all this time, did you had certain moments where you found yourself thinking, okay, I have to improve here. Okay, this guy does it like this. Maybe I have to adapt
Definitely.
that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. It was when Destroy came on the scene. MC Destroy from the States. He's working now for the NFL, the American Football League. He's working for the NBA, the Basketball League. Destroy was a complete game changer. The first thing, one of the things Destroy told me was, Trix, I like your style because you are like you're one of the people, you know? You know, like we talked about earlier, you're one of the people. You're not standing on stage saying, look at me, yeah, check me out, making a show. No, you're the people. You are the guy that connects all the audience to everybody on the stage. You are I think BDP calls it the people's champion. The MC has to be the people's champion. That's why an MC, a master of ceremonies, can be a rapper, but a rapper will never be an MC. You have to be part of the people. And that's what Destroy liked about me. The second thing he taught me was the business side of MCing. You have to realize your own importance. Tricks, you have so much energy, you give so much love, but please, you cannot do this for free because I didn't care. I was always turning up for events. It says you have to realize your own importance, not only on a monetary side, but on a moral responsibility level. If you start swearing and cussing and using bad words like bitch and hoe and everything on stage, it's going to create a bad image for hip hop. And people look to you and say, that's hip hop right there. That's not my style of hip hop. My kind of hip hop is the kind where we do kids battles, and mama and papa are freaking out because their son just did a nice windmill or something. That's my kind of hip hop. It's nothing to do with gold chains, AK-47s, and booty shakers. That's a different side of hip hop. Okay, now there's a time and a place for everything. Don't get me wrong, but that's not me. So Destroy said, you have to understand when you are on that stage, you are representing hip hop. And I'm like, Destroy, I'm a crazy English black guy from Nottingham. Are you kidding me? No, sorry, Tricks. That's how it is. Now, you know, go on stage, do what you do, but just be mindful of what it is that you're doing. Destroy made me more professional and aware. Little things like Tricks. Hip hop is not for free. These events are not for free. Somebody has to pay the bill. So say thank you to the sponsors. Take a minute, say thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you to the sponsors for such and such an event. It's great to have, just a little thing like this makes them happy, and maybe they come back next year. Little things like this. Destroy definitely helped me. And once again, on the fun side of things, that's Destroy as well. He will do some crazy stuff because hip hop is spontaneous. Things can happen. You
Yeah.
don't know what's going to come out from the next B-boy or the next MC or the next Locker or Papa. So yeah, Destroy definitely kept it fresh for me. And it's so nice to have somebody that's kind of like I say, on the next upper level of MCing. Because after MCing, we're talking things like TV deals and things like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or if you want to go into music, you're going to be a rapper or whatever. MCing is being the people's champion, but being responsible and being mindful of your responsibilities.
This is also a point I always get what grinds my gears, right?
Yeah, grind your
Uh,
gear.
like the MCs that go with the sunglasses and
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Ah,
Just
man,
just
sorry.
just stop, please. Just stop. And I like how you say the people's champ because I always like to
Champion,
describe
yes.
myself like, for example, I know you also have a crazy style with the fashion, right?
Yes, yes,
And I
yes.
also like to take to have a very good style with the clothes,
Yes, yes, of
everything
course.
matches, you know. And I see myself like the reflection of our culture, like you said,
Exactly.
right?
Thank you.
So when
Thank
I
you.
host, I try to be sympathetic to the crowd, right? So they start to like me because
Yes,
if they start to like me, they're gonna do what I tell them to say, right?
absolutely. That is
So
correct.
if I dress in a good way, they already see me and think, okay, this guy thought about this, so
Yes,
he's
indeed.
serious.
Absolutely correct.
So he's serious, right? So, and then also, when do I scream? When do I say, oh, that was a nice move? So the crowd always looks at me first,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So,
Correct.
so this is also very important that you take yourself out of the spotlight, right?
Absolutely.
And like
Yes.
you, I love how you said it, the people's champion. I loved it.
People's champion. Yeah. Yeah. That comes from KRS-One. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I did a couple of concerts with him and I was at his seminars and he told me this and I was like, he's absolutely correct. Yeah. The people's champion. You connect the audience to the action on the stage or the action in the cipher, but you have to be part of the people. Yeah. It's not about you.
So I'm now in my 15th year and I had some altercations with some people who got mad about me how I hosted. So
Oh, okay.
yes,
Okay.
you sir, you also had some altercations.
Yes. Oh, yes. I
So
remember.
yeah, please,
Absolutely.
please, please. Yes, you remember.
Oh gosh. I remember in Israel to start with, there was a kids battle. And there was this guy, oh gosh. This hip-hop businessman in his suit and his nice white shirt decided that he would push the kids out of the way at the front of the row and sit on the floor so he could watch the battle. So what I should have done is stop the music because the battle's going on. I mean, the battle's going on right now. I should have stopped the battle, stop the music. Excuse me, sir. The front row is for the children, which it was. We explained to everybody, but this guy came with 1 hour left to go in the jam. The jam's been going for like 5 hours. He comes at the end, decides he wants to sit there. Excuse me, sir. What I should have done is, excuse me, sir. I don't stand up. Children are sitting. The front of the row is for the sitting. But no, what MC Trix did during the battle, I went direct to the guy. Dude, you got to move. Hey, no, I'm sitting here. No, dude, you got to move. You got to move now. This is for the kids. Yeah, but it's okay. Nobody else is sitting here. Yeah, because you moved them. Get out of the way. No, I'm not sitting here. Hey, do you know who I am? Oh, that did it. Do you know who I am? I grabbed the guy, picked him up physically, picked him up and carried him over the heads of the children and took him outside. Took him outside. What did he do? Called the police. The police came into the jam with guns because this rich man had been assaulted by some crazy English black guy, some hip hop gangster. Yeah, this is what he said. This is what he said. And the police came in thinking that I was something like, I don't know, Tupac or something. Like I'm some kind of
Gangsta.
drug seller or something, carrying a Glock or something.
Oh my
When
God.
the police walked into this battle, they said, first of all, you have no right to put your hands on this man. This is Israel. In Israel, everybody's got a gun. He could have shot you, and we couldn't have got there in time to save you. However, I would like you, because it's a kids battle, to go on the mic and explain to the kids what you did was not okay. Shake hands with the guy and show him that hip hop is about peace, because that's what I see. That's what the police said to me. That's what I see is happening here. Yeah, but this guy, yeah, I know about this guy. He's out of order. He's an ass. However, we're talking about the kids now. This is coming from the police.
That's
And Israel has some serious problems. You know how it's going on over there already. This is
yeah,
way back
this,
in the day.
yeah.
I'm talking like 11, 12 years ago. So that's what I did. That's what happened with this altercation. Of course, at the end, this guy, this businessman, he wrote all kinds of hateful bullshit. Oh, MC Trix is this and that, and he did this, and there was nothing of the kind, But hey, that was one of the worst altercations I had. Also, a battle of the year, there was a B-girl 2-on-2 battle in Braunschweig when they used to dance at the Jolly Joker for the pre-party. I don't know if you remember those days.
Also,
Like
I mean,
2000, 2001.
back in the day, there was a special We Be Girls category.
Yeah, we big girl. That was it.
Category,
Yeah,
they just
yeah,
had a showcase, right?
correct.
They just performed for 20 minutes.
Yes, exactly. They used to have the showcase, and then it developed into a 2-on-2 battle.
Yes.
We had the cipher at the Jolly Joker, and for the final, I remember there was a drunk Russian guy. Oh my gosh, he's like 2 meters tall, coming in completely drunk because the Jolly Joker had a side event. You know, they have their own disco, and then we had our little dance floor. And he comes wandering into the middle of the cipher, and it's like, "Hey, girl, good is that?" And I'm like, "Dude, you got to move. It's the hey, we're trying to do a dude. He's not listening, and I don't even think he could understand my English, and he definitely was too drunk to understand anybody. So MC Trix being MC Trix, I grabbed him, I picked him up, I carried him over the heads of the people, and literally just threw him out of the circle. Mode, graffiti artist Mode went crazy, like, "Trix, what the hell are you doing? What is wrong with you?" And Storm is like, "It's gonna be a fight here." And afterwards, it was like, you know what? Yeah, it was probably the right thing to do, because this guy was not speaking any English. He was not understanding anything. Tricks. If this guy had started swinging punches, you would have been responsible. Yeah. What would have been better is, "Security, can you come and remove this guy from the scene, please? We're trying to do a dance competition here." Yeah. So altercations, yes, by all means.
Afterwards, we always know better. Right?
Oh,
I had one.
After, yeah. But when you're hyping, you're in the moment. It's like, I just want this guy out of here.
Yeah.
I had that a couple. Yeah.
I had one. I was hosting a battle.
Yeah.
And the sound system was like really bad, right?
Oh dear. Oh.
And you know, there is organizers who don't stop the registration.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, you have to stop it because we're gonna do the pre-selection.
Yeah, we're doing pre-selections now. Yes.
And then we have a delay of 6. It doesn't matter, right? So it's the last battle, right? And apparently, and this guy who called me out then, I battled because I call myself your favorite b-boy host because I also participated. I hosted and I participated, right?
Oh my gosh.
But afterwards I stopped, right? So I participated the year prior. We battled. We are the little like this. Doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
So it's that year. And bro, you know how it is. You have 100,000 names. You can't pronounce every name correctly, right?
Yeah, for real.
So this guy already had the problem with me because of last year, right? And in that year, we danced in the last battle is a 3-way battle.
Oh.
There was the song "I'm a funky man," you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm a real funky lover, and I do a step. I look at him and I do hey hey hey. So crowd go wow. Okay. Battle is over. I say, okay, now we do the break, this, that, blah, blah. This guy comes to me. He said, I'll call you out right now. I say, why? I take the mic and say, why? Because you pronounce my name wrong all the time, all last year. I say, man, you know how many names here are? You think I do it on purpose or what?
Yeah, you do it on purpose.
I don't care. I want you with me. Call out. I say, we have a break now. Goodbye.
Yeah.
What? You know, I can respond to a call out, but not for this.
No, this is bullshit. You don't need this, man.
I said your name wrong. Come on.
For goodness sake, man. Hey, we are humans, not cyborgs.
I can do I can have mistakes too, right? So.
Of course, you're allowed. Of course, and like I say, I make lots of mistakes. Of course, always especially with the pronouncing the names of people. Man, I have this problem to this day. But you know what I did? What I learned is sometimes it's nice to make a joke of it. But in a nice way.
I always try to do that. Always,
for real.
Everything I don't know, I try to make into a joke.
Exactly. Sometimes I got the b-boys to introduce themselves. And some of the b-boys actually did a good job. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the funkiest hot stepper from Norway. It's me. It's really giving it. I'm like, yeah, round of applause.
Like you say, it's all about creating moments spontaneously, right?
Creating moments.
We're not the movie that has a strict schedule.
No. No, it's not a script.
Anything can happen.
And it's hip hop, baby. It's hip hop. Anything can happen. It's a spontaneous sport, if you like. Yes. How about that? Yeah, of course, in the moment, man, just like you said.
Well, I experienced this year in IB. We did the qualification, I emceed with 3 other MCs at the same time.
Crazy.
Have you ever had the experience hosting with multiple MCs or just duos?
Absolutely, yes, indeed. Yeah, it's fun, man. What you have to learn is, once again, you have to be humble. You have to be the people's champion. Sometimes, and it happened more than once, some MCs say, no, it's my mic. It's my turn to shout. Okay. There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. It's just a thing whereby you know, to keep the peace and to keep your sense of being fair, you know, give them a little leeway. I really don't care. You know, I'm emceeing, I'm still enjoying the event, I'm probably getting paid the same as you. It doesn't matter. I don't care about your ego. I care about the event. I stand by that till the day I die. Still stay part of the people's champion, for real. Seriously, I had that, plenty of times. Seriously, MC, you're okay. Take the mic. There you go. See you later. Bye bye. Enjoy yourself. I'm going to the toilet. I'm going to talk to that blonde haired girl over there, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye. You know, seriously, for real. You know,
just give them right then.
just let them go, man. And you know what? It always comes back to you, man. It always comes back to you. While this guy's being loud and proud and proud, check, I'm doing it. And then you come on like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, now back to the battle. You know,
Yes.
for real. Let him go, man.
In my personal experience, I always thought like, if I can host on my own, it's the most fun for me, right?
For real.
So
Yes.
last year, first time I got to host with Swifty together.
Oh, yes. Hey, next time you see Swift, tell him I'm going to poke him in the nose.
I will tell him 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
So we didn't even talk before we started hosting. We just said hi, right? So the event starts. He looks at me. He says, "You're ready?" I say, "I'm ready." And since we both come from the culture, we're both B-boys, we know what we're doing. It was one of the best events I had in my life.
For real?
Look this situation, bro.
Yeah.
I also love when the song is playing to rap to it, to dance to it, like Swifty.
Yes,
He's so similar like me, right?
Yes.
So there was Busta Rhymes' Break Your Neck.
Oh, yes, I love that.
Kung Fu says Break Your Neck, and I see Trix start rapping to Swifty starts rapping to it, right? And I see he gets down, right? And I know the part when it comes the stop.
Yeah.
So I see, okay, he's rapping the part with stop come. I put my microphone away, and when he does the stop thing, I do a freeze, right? So he does stop, I do the freeze, I stand up, everybody goes crazy. What I saw after in the video, he saw me preparing, so he also did a freeze.
Oh.
We did it at the same time, stopping at the same time, look at each other like,
what the hell?
And this is,
I love it.
Like you say, you can't plan this.
You cannot plan this. You cannot buy this. So real. It's not a script. That is hip hop, baby.
This is real hip hop. And after
Real
that
hip-hop.
experience, and I saw how I can, like, we bounced off each other.
Yes.
If I didn't have something funny or good to say, he had something. When he talked too much, I knew when to cut him off in a good way so we could continue with the
perfect.
And for me, I have to say, if I have like a guy like Swifty, this is for me the best thing to
Absolutely. You gotta have that chemistry, man. Same for me with Destroy, same for me with Specs. You gotta have that chemistry, man. And when it comes together, it works just so well, man. And it's entertaining for the crowd too, you know? Seriously, they get hype and they get into it, man. Seriously.
And if you entertain them, they do what you want.
They do what you want. Correct. Absolutely correct. Damn.
That's so nice. So, like the last couple of, like, let's say more 5 to 10 years, right?
Yes.
You didn't host everybody, right?
No.
You had a break, right?
I did.
So why did you had a break for?
It's very simple. It's simple and it's sad. Specs began to have what we call delusions of grandeur. What that means is, I'm the boss. I'm in control. I have an idea. We will do the idea that I have. This is a secret I have not told anybody. So you actually have this as a world exclusive. Thomas Herringerother, the boss of Battle of the Year, please understand, he was a personal friend of Specs. When Specs started with his ideas and his thoughts and everything, I thought to myself, okay, we can do this, but like you said, it's becoming like a script. And I don't like this. Trix, we have 27 seconds to introduce the next act. Why 27 seconds? Because we are behind time. We have to be on time for the next break. Yeah, but maybe I need more than 27 seconds. Maybe I want to hype up the crowd before the battle goes, so everybody's ready for the battle. Why 27 seconds? This makes no sense to me. Yeah, well, that's how it is. We have to do it. Okay. That is just a short example, just a quick example of the kind of thing I was doing. Now, please understand, after a few years of this, I found myself, and this is the God's honest truth, standing on stage at Battle of the Year saying, I don't want to be here. Why? Because I'm not having any fun. It's sad, and it kind of is, yeah, geez, I don't want to start getting emotional here, man, but it's sad, but it's very, very true. I was not having any fun at Battle of the Year. And sadly, there was a really, really big fight between Specs and I. We were supposed to do some hosting for the film of Battle of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Things went wrong. Things were not done that should have been done. For example, in the movie, you never hear me say, tonight you're going to see some breaking, and some rapping, and some breaking, and some scratching, and some breaking, and some breaking, and some locking, and some repeat, and then you're going to see. You never hear it. Okay? Why? Because I messed it up. I messed up my lines, and the timing of when I should have said it had passed me by. Okay? Very, very simple. Now, we were doing this Battle of the Year movie, and there were all kinds of, I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm not agreeing to do this. I'm not agreeing to do that. Scripted movie, okay? Not hip hop, a scripted movie. I'm trying to do hip hop. Other people are trying to do scripted lines. Okay, so Specs and I had a really big falling out. It was something that I did, which he was correct, but I believe Specs went a little too far. And then I was really, really sad. The next year, I decided I would not do Battle of the Year. I spoke to Thomas and said, I am quitting Battle of the Year because hip-hop is supposed to be fun, you know, the same old thing. And he's like, yeah, but Trix, you know, I kind of created a monster because Trix is part of Battle of the Year. And I'm like, whoa, okay. Because, yeah, but people expect to see it. Yes, Thomas. However, I am not happy on the stage with Specs at the moment. He is just not, we're not working so well together. And people are looking at me and saying, why is Trix being so quiet? If you look at the videos, you can see it. So long story short, I said, okay, Thomas, after a lot of meetings, running backwards and forwards to Hanover and Berlin, because I live in Berlin now, I said to Thomas, long story short, you have to choose. It's either you work with me or you work with Specs. Who do you want to work with? Because, okay, then I'm going to work with Specs. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I will still come to Battle of the Year. I was still at the events. I was still there, but I was sitting in the back, you know, the backstage, just hanging out. Lo and behold, 3 years later, the 3 years that I was gone, 3 years later, Thomas calls me. Trix, you were right. We cannot work with Specs anymore. Will you please come back to Battle of the Year? I'm like, yes, of course I will. I'm coming to the event. You know, you're going to book me a hotel. No, Trix, I want you to come back as the host of Battle of the Year. Specs is fired, and I want to get a new host to work with you. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So everything I said, everything I felt was true, but you realize it now that this was the way the Specs was going was not the way to go. This was not the hip hop that I know. This is not the Battle of the Year that I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. And long story short, once again, a really long story short, Thomas actually completely cut Specs off. He's not even his friend anymore. They don't talk anymore, nothing. So yeah, it's sad, but true. But people got ideas. We say they got ideas above their station and they forgot about where they came from, you know? And it was just really sad to see. Really, really sad to see. And I could not be a part of this.
When you left Battle of the Year, was it still in Germany or was it already in?
It was still in Germany. Yes, it was. It was still in Germany. Yes, I think they had the last one was they went to Essen. I think it was the city of Essen. It was sponsored by Snipes Clothing. Then I think.
So what was your last year at Battle of the Year hosting?
Oh gosh, I really got to think now. Was it 2000? Oh gosh. You know what? I'm gonna have to Google. I really can't remember seriously because I had, like I said, I had this
Was it,
3 year.
I guess, maybe around 6, 7?
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
something like that. But
Yeah,
it was,
I
yeah,
say
it was
this.
just a sad time for me.
I,
It was
I
really
said
good.
this because after, of course, you didn't host anymore, and it went to Germany.
Yes,
It went away from Germany. It lost a lot of
it
that.
did. Yes, it went to France. I mean, the Battle of the Year's motto is change of direction. Yeah,
Yeah,
not to stop, but just change direction. Do something fresh. Do something new.
yeah,
And they got some really seriously good sponsorship from the French government.
yeah.
And yes, by all means, I mean, I would take it. I would definitely do it.
Mhm.
However, I would have an eye on where you came from. You know, what's back at home,
I
because
mean,
Germany
also,
is the home of Battle of the Year.
Battle of the Year has to be in Braunschweig. This is the only
True.
place.
This is the age of this. There is no question.
Yes.
However, the good story was that after a couple of years in France, the team, the media team, the organizational team that put this event together in France was so good that Thomas, who's the boss of Six Step DE, who runs Battle of the Year, he actually took some of their crew and they actually worked for him
Ah,
because they were
nice,
so good at their
nice.
job. And lo and behold, on Trix's last year, I have another exclusive for you. First of all, about the story about Specs, why I stopped, but also I have a second piece of news for you that is going to blow up your podcast.
Please blow it up.
I'm pausing for drama. You understand that, right? I'm pausing. Wait, it's coming. It's coming. Okay, it goes like this. Ladies and gentlemen, work is in progress to bring Battle of the Year back to Branchway.
Ooh,
Ooh! Check that out!
that's
Put
nice.
that on YouTube. This is how it's going to work. Battle of the Year. As you know, you have to qualify in your own country, okay?
Yes.
Then you fly, all expenses paid, to wherever the final is. I don't know, Asia, Korea, this year, South Korea, France. They are doing a thing with sponsorship because, as you know, Germany, the sponsorship, the money is not really there sometimes, not like how it used to be. However, instead of having one big sponsor, Thomas and his team, Six Step E, are working on having 4 sponsors so they have enough money for one big event in Braunschweig in
Nice.
Germany. Watch this space. Now, please understand, it may not be next year, maybe the year after, but it is definitely happening. Governments, officials are involved, and it's looking really, really good. And you can believe that I'm going to be there for Braunschweig, man.
Is there an address where I can send my VC so we can do it together? Maybe?
Yes, www.sixstep.de.com.
I will
Baby,
send I will send
pick me as your MC.
I will send my CV and say greetings from Trix also.
Greeting from Trix. Yes. CD from Trix. Exactly. Baby, it's coming. Get ready, sweet. I am
Nice.
so happy. I mean, this is my last year of doing Battle of the Year, but for that news to come out, oh man.
You have to be there. You have to be there 100%. 100%.
Hey, for real. Hey, please understand, I'm still going to be around. Battle of the Year, they have their podcast, they have their qualifiers, like I do the Polish qualifier,
Nice.
Swiss qualifier, UK. What I'm still going to be around. But for the international, the Battle of the Year on stage, the big final, yeah, there's going to be some new MCs. So yeah, like I say, they're trying to get it together to go back to Germany, man, and go back to the city of
I think it will gain a lot of traction again because why did Battle of the Year lose value? Also, of course, it moved away. You didn't host anymore, but
Yes,
it was
indeed.
the
Yes.
era of the one-on-one battles.
Oh,
Right? Red Bull BC1 era came.
Red Bull BC1
and
era, yes.
I always like to say also, my generation, our dream was to be in Battle of the Year, and you guys say the name of our crew in the
Your
country.
career.
But this generation's dream is to go to BC1, and this is one-on-one. And one-on-one is not hip hop. It's not
Not hip hop.
breaking.
No.
It's not why I start, why I continue.
No.
Breaking
No.
is true battle, right?
Crew battles is the thing, definitely.
So the last couple of years, you see more and more coming, and I think Battle of the Year will gain a lot of.
Yeah, more traction.
Yes,
It's strange.
100%.
It's strange you say that because, for example, this year Poland sent a decent crew to the Battle of the Year finals. The Cool Kids mob.
Yes.
They always had really good one-on-one, two-on-two battles, but just now, just lately, it's coming back that there's 8-on-8 battles in Poland.
Yeah.
You know, so the kids are getting into it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the hype of the Olympics or whatever, or
Yeah.
some people just don't think they can organize themselves, you know, or whatever. But crew battles are definitely coming back, and I love it.
Essence.
I love it,
the
man.
essence. We need that. We all
Seriously.
grew up with freestyle session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With Battle of the Year. It's all crew battles, right?
Yes, definitely.
And you had UK champs.
UK champs?
Why didn't you never host UK champs?
Very simple. They already had some really, really good hosts. And sometimes I'm sitting in the front row screaming my head off and throwing bottles of water at people. I'm having a great time. Yeah, I'm from the UK. I never did the UK champs, but they have great hosts. It's that simple, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Till this day, I say, who came to win?
Hey, who came to win? For real.
Or you can't win with a head spin. Bro, you have no idea, Tricks. Battle of the Year 2000, we ripped the audio because we didn't have the songs. We didn't know how their name was. So we practiced to it. And I knew every word you were saying in the final. Every word. One breaker.
One move.
Is so crazy.
Man, all day, those days,
the best times. The best times.
The best times, man. And then I didn't know that these words would be, you know, carried on for years and be enjoyed by people. I'm just hosting, man. Seriously. And people that don't speak English are coming up to me asking for my autograph, and they go, MC Trix, one breaker, one move. You know, this guy's from the Czech Republic. I don't speak Czech, but he can speak one breaker, one move. You know, like I love it, man. I love it. The power of hip hop.
And tonight you're gonna see some breaking. This came also spontaneously.
God, another funny story. Here we go. 1995. I told you I went there as a b-boy. I wanted to dance. They asked me to MC. I said no, and then eventually I said yes. So the guy that was on the backstage, I think his name was Akeem. I said, Akeem, MC, we're gonna do the battle, but what's the running order? He's like, huh? Because he spoke German, but not so much good English, but he was okay. I said, the running order, what are we doing first? And what are we, what are we doing second? What are we doing? Because he was stressed out. Because please understand, the where we were in the pavilion, I believe it's called, in Hanover, was only supposed to hold 1,000 people. There were 2,000 people there. And then the police turned up just before the final. And there were tables and chairs blocking doors. Oh, they were so pissed. But anyway, so this guy Akeem's really stressed. Okay, this is how it goes. Akeem, what are we doing? Okay, Trix. First, we're gonna have a break. We're gonna do some breaking, and then we're gonna have a pause. We're gonna have a break, and then there's gonna be a rap show. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna do some more breaking. And then there's going to be a popping contest, okay? The final of the popping contest, because we already did. It's a one-on-one. And then after that, we're going to have another breaking slot. And then we have to have the winners of the graffiti competition. They're going to come on stage. They're going to receive their prize. And then we're going to have a 15-minute break. And then we're going to go back to some more breaking. And an idea formed in my head. Thank you, Akeem. Okay, and that's when I went on stage and said, tonight, you're going to see some breaking and some rapping. And some breaking, and some scratching, and some breaking, and some popping, and some breaking, and some locking, and some breaking, and some graffiti. And then you're going to see some more breaking, okay? That's how it came. True story. True story.
I can die happily now. Yeah. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, true story. Like I said, I didn't know that would be stick around for as many years, man.
I mean, in our scene, this is legendary quote, definitely. Did you had any like rivalries with other MCs?
Ooh, yeah, there was one guy, and I never found out his name, and I should have written this down. You know, this is one of the things you want to write when you're old. You know, you write a biography, you write all your hip hop stories. And now I'm too old to remember the damn sucker's name. But there was one MC I remember at the IDE. He was this black guy. What was his name? You know what? It doesn't matter. Long story short, I was battling for the microphone. at the after party. I was fooling around, making. We were doing like the two dance step routine with all the ladies. We're all linking arms and everything. And I'm hosting, and I decided I'm going to get on this chair and host because the dance floor is completely full. I'm on the floor dancing and I stand on this chair with the microphone, and then this MC comes up and says, "Oh no, Trix, I want to do this now." Okay, yeah, and I give him the microphone. He takes my chair. And I go to the toilet and I go hang out or whatever. Yeah, I'll come back about 20 minutes later and I'm asking for the microphone. He was like, no, go away. I'm hosting. Yeah, exactly. The same look on your face. I'm like, dude, you know who I am? I'm getting paid the same as you. We're both hosting the after party. What's your problem? Long story short, as I said, people's champion. Off I went. I'm still getting my money. But yeah, after that, I actually had to host with him again in, I think it was in Switzerland. And yeah,
Black MC from Switzerland.
Yeah, the event was in Switzerland, but he came to Switzerland with me. We flew. I can't remember. I wish I could remember this guy's name. And I just gave him a look, man.
Was it a French dude?
It could have been. It was a black guy. He had like hair, a bit like me, a little bit more hair than me. What was his name? Man, this is really annoying. I hate getting old and forgetting stuff. Jeez. But yeah, anyway, he was
at this event. It's not that important if we don't know his
name. Maybe not, yeah. But yeah, long story short, I just gave him a look. I'm like, this is not gonna work. I remember you. So yeah, by all means, it's not, I would say not so much a rivalry, like I want to be better than him, but working with somebody, that chemistry was definitely not there.
But definitely you always said in the beginning, like you were dope but broke, right?
Yeah, indeed.
So, you also said now you're in your 60s, and I guess you have also a family now, right? So, what did you do besides emceeing and breaking in your life to pay the bills?
Well, it's a question. What I did is comes to one word. I just tried to survive.
Okay, I see.
Long story short, we're talking a British black guy in the 70s. With unemployment at around about 10% in the entire country, people having working 3-day weeks enforced by the government, schools closing down, hospitals closing down because the country was broke. And there's me, in the middle of it, trying to get along. A lot of racism in Great Britain. Please understand, if you're applying for a job and you're black, you have to be better than the white guy, because the white guy is definitely going to get the nod over any black guy that comes with the same qualifications. So you had to be better. I wanted to be an engineer. I also wanted to be a computer programmer. I had all the bits and pieces, but it just was not working. So I was doing things below my station. For example, I'm working at McDonald's or whatever, just to get some money. On the back of this, unfortunately, my upbringing is one of poor drug culture. My dad was a drug dealer. He was an asshole to me and my family, all my sisters and everything. So everybody expected me to follow him. And the so-called, I would say, the bad people on the street were offering me money and, ways to come and work for me and do this. And you can get the money you need and everything. And I turned it all down because I saw what it did to my mom. So I went the straight way, but it was a hard way. As you can appreciate, easy money when you're a teenager, it's kind of like, yeah, it's there and it's tempting. But man, after I saw what drugs do to people and to families in general, I completely steered away from it. What I did for money was basically anything I could find. I did a lot of laboring, like building houses, carrying bricks. Like I said, I did machine shop, just like repetitive, working on a engineering machine shop. I wanted to be an engineer. I had the qualifications, but I just couldn't get a job. So I did whatever I could. My mom helped me like you can't believe. I don't know how she did it with 4 kids, because my dad, of course, was out, never at home, and everything. But yeah, my mom used to support me any way she could. And yeah, and my sisters, I had 3 sisters younger than me. So that was motivation to get off my ass and go find some work for real. It was not easy in the 70s and the 80s. The 80s came better, yeah, but that period of my time, 79 onwards, was kind of hard, and I just did anything I could to survive, for real. I would work, and this is kind of what brought me to Germany in a way. I would work door security. Now I'm not the biggest guy, and I'm no boxer.
But you can be intimidating.
Yeah, but only with my voice, and that's what got me the job. Please understand. Oh my God, I was working in a nightclub called Ocean. Okay, now I'm standing there, this nice little friendly-looking black guy that loves everybody, has got a big voice, you know, and over the noise of the music, like, hey, put the girl down, you know, they would listen. Now, when I got into trouble, it would be like, you know, the guys would come to me like, looking at me, who are you? Yeah, I'm security. Please leave the girl alone. What the fuck? What are you gonna do? Me? Man, hey, I'm not gonna do nothing. But you see that 2 meter guy, that high guy over there in the corner, it looks like a gorilla. If I call him over, he's gonna beat your ass. Now, what you want to do? And then I would shut up, and they'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, just keep it calm, and we're good, all right? That's what I did. I was diplomatic security. I didn't beat anybody up. I didn't throw anybody out. I just used my voice, like, hey, Ralph, come over here. This guy's causing trouble. That's what I did. Seriously, anything to pay the bills, man. Anything to pay the bills.
Since when do you live now in Berlin?
Oh gosh, I'm in Berlin now for nearly 15 years.
So how's your German then?
Mein Deutsch ist absolut super. Ja, ich kann ein bisschen schlechtes Deutsch sprechen, wenn ich möchte. Ja, das ist absolut kein Problem für mich.
Okay.
Ist ganz gut. Nicht nur Deutsch, auch Berlinerisch.
Berliner Deutsch?
Berlinerisch, ja. Deutsch mit Schnauze, ja. Nicht ich bin, ich bin, ich und so weiter. Ja, klar. Kann ich da ein bisschen...
Nein.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I actually ended up with a German girlfriend. That's why I'm over here. And it didn't work out. But long story short, I thought to myself, you know what? In Berlin, everybody speaks English anyway. I was able to make myself understood. I got a job doing, like I said, once again, door security. And for Thomas of Battle of the Year, the boss, it was great for him. He could always find me when he needed me.
yes.
You know, oh, Trix, you know, it's not Battle of the Year. There's an event called IBE, or there's an event called by No Easy Props. Maybe you can do this. It's not much money. I don't care, man. Money is money. I'm surviving. So yeah, while I was in Germany, yeah, Thomas really, really took care of me. He's a really good friend to me. You know, I can say.
So what do you think? When was the time when you traveled most with your skills? Let's say like this.
2009.
2009.
2009. I was with my DJ, also my partner in crime, DJ Macia. We did some crazy traveling. I used to say, Trix, we're back in an MC. Yeah, I'm coming, but I'm bringing my own DJ. We already have a DJ. Yeah, but this is DJ Macia. This is my DJ. What we can do for you is not only will you have a decent battle DJ, but I'll put on an MC Trix rap show for free for your event. And I used to do, you can Google it, MC Trix James Brown tribute show. I love James Brown. He's the funk of James Brown is in the background of nearly all hip hop songs. Public Enemy, you name it. James Brown.
I think I saw something like that.
Yes, you did. Yes, Google it, man. MC Trix, DJ
Macia. I saw it, but it was like you say, it's 16 years ago.
Yes, exactly. 2009, we did so much traveling. Not just
you dressed up also like James, no?
Yes, of course.
You had the glitter stuff.
I got the wig. I got the
for sure I saw it. Yeah.
And through this, I mean, this idea was from DJ Macia. But yeah, long story short, not only did they get MC Trix and MC, they get DJ Macia, a really good battle DJ. They also get the James Brown tribute show or some kind of rap show. You know, we would entertain the people like a halftime break kind of thing. And the people loved it. And they started booking us just because of the show.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. And like I said, this is the thing with crew battles. You got a show together, you can get work. As a one-on-one battle, you know, one-on-one, not so much. But if you work as a crew, you can definitely get some shows, get some money, get an act together. That's why I love crew breaking. It's the true essence for me of hip-hop. Not really one-on-ones. Crew battles are always the essence for me of hip-hop.
100%. 100%.
Seriously. Yeah, so 2009 was my best year for traveling. Oh, worst story. I went one weekend in Dubai, 42 degrees. And then we flew straight from that event to Norway, where it was like -4 degrees. Yeah, you can believe we both caught colds and flu that day.
Your body was saying like, what the fuck are you doing?
Trix, what are you doing to me? I will never forget that.
Oh
yeah, man. Battle of Norway. We had to fly from Dubai to the Battle of Norway, -4 degrees. Oh my gosh. It was terrible. That was a bad idea. A lot of traveling.
I could ask some. I know I could talk to you like for the next couple of 3 more hours or something.
Yeah.
We're winding a little bit down. We
Okay.
come now to the section. It's called your fave five, right? We
Yes,
talk
yes.
about your favorite five things. It can be two, it can be one, but fave five sounds nice, right?
Okay, five is
So
nice.
we always start with the b-boys. Your favorite five b-boys all time, no specific order.
Okay, no specific. B-boy number one, Prince Ken Swift, or as he's called now, Ken Swift from the Rock Steady crew.
Mhm.
Kenny became a personal friend of mine. And please
Nice.
understand, I'm in hero worship. You know, like, gosh, you know, like, Your Highness, are you, can I get you a drink of water or something? And Ken, would you just chill, man? Ken Swift, he taught me so much, once again, of being just down with the real hip hop, how it's really called. He would go into discussions about, like breaking. What is breaking? In New York, we don't talk about breaking. We talk about b-boying. And I'm like, oh, ooh. Because look, even the girls say, I'm doing b-boying. Even he would go deep into the roots and culture of hip hop and how it started and how he started. And he gave me this one T-shirt, and I actually wore it to Battle of the Year this year. I still have it. This blue T-shirt. It says, "Style defeats technique."
Oh,
Man,
always.
that was like, whoa! And it's right. I
Style,
remember for
style is
real.
everything.
Seriously. And that brings me on to number two. My second b-boy is not a b-boy, but a b-boy crew, if I'm allowed.
Your tricks, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Boys in Effect from Switzerland.
Ooh, okay.
Why? Because I remember the battle they won, a Battle of the Year. A tall, skinny black guy came on stage and he did nothing but top rock. No power move, no freeze, no nothing. He just did top rock to the beat of the music. And everything was so on beat. The crowd was going crazy. As I said, style defeats technique. He was putting in some crazy body moves, but he was completely on beat with the music. Like, it was just a fantastic top rock solo, and the crowd was just absolutely going crazy and applauding. And that's all he did. And that crew actually won that round of the Battle of the Year. I will never, ever, ever forget this. This was one of those occasions where I was screaming down the mic, deafening people by accident because I forgot I had the microphone in my hand. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, put the mic down, put the mic down. I just lost it, man. I've had those moments on stage where I just completely forgot about hosting and I was back to be enjoying b-boying. A bit like you,
Mhm.
Seriously, anything spontaneous can happen on that stage. So I'm going to pick my second one is that I don't know his name, but that boy from Toys in Effect from Switzerland crew. That was absolutely fantastic. I will never forget that moment. Number three, b-boy. Oh gosh, I have to mention Storm, man. Oh gosh, Herr Meister Storm. Respect for everything you do, not just as a b-boy doing breaking, but he's also doing popping and locking too.
Blocking, yeah. On a high level.
Man, you got on a high
Yeah,
level.
high
My
level.
goodness, that man was born to dance.
Yeah.
That's his God-given talent.
Mhm.
Man, I never ever had so much respect for somebody doing different types of disciplines like he does on such a high
High level.
level. I
Yeah.
mean, he's officially a professor. It's Professor Niles Ribisky now. That's his proper title. He's a professor of hip hop. Ask him anything, and he's there on it. Seriously, he has his book now. He's out, Serious Breaking, and I've just heard that he's going to do another one. He's going to ask me to do some excerpts in his new book as
Oh,
well.
nice.
Yeah, because the first book is kind of serious, but this next book is going to be like funny stories, just like kind of
Nice.
what
Yeah,
you and
we
I.
need that too. We need
Yeah,
that too, right?
for real. Yeah. So Storm is definitely my number three, and I'm gonna put out my favorite b-boy is he's no longer with us. He's dead and gone. Rest in peace. My homie Sly, b-boy Bionic Sly. He was a guy that was into reggae, and then he changed into hip hop, but he kept his dreadlocks. His reggae roots, and we loved him for it. It
Nice.
showed that hip hop can be diverse and still dope at the same time. B-Boy Sly, unfortunately, like I said, he passed away, but he was one of my best friends. And the reason I class him as a top B-Boy is because, as I said at the beginning, he thought differently. He had the idea of people breaking to reggae music. Yeah, why the hell not? Make it entertaining for the people. But also, he gave me the push to be a better B-Boy. I really wanted to be in the Rock City crew when the auditions came, and I didn't make it the first time. He gave me the push. Tricks, you got to train. You got to have a better head spin. You got to have a better windmill. You got to have a better backspin. He gave me the push and got me into the Rock City crew. He was already in it. He was good enough, but I wasn't. And when I got in, it was thanks to him. So thank you, Sly, because that kept me on hip hop. If I didn't make that crew, I don't know if I would have carried on with hip hop the way I am now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So it's thanks to him kind of that I stuck around with hip hop. So that's number 4. And then number 5. I got to think about number 5. Number 5, B-boy. I think my number 5 B-boy is going to be a B-girl because it's going to be Rockefeller.
After that, we have the B-girls.
Oh, you have the B-girls too?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then I'm going to stick with the B-boys. Okay, number 5 B-boy. I think I'm going to go with a guy called Vladi Salon. Nobody knows who Vladi Salon is. Forget it. He's from the Ukraine. But this B-boy, Vladi Salon, managed to organize an event called Burn Battle School.
I just wanted to say Burn Battle School.
Yeah. He managed to organize it. He wasn't the best B-boy. He wasn't the best popper. He's not even the most good-looking guy to get all the ladies or anything. To hell with that. He just loved hip-hop so much. And this is a true story. The second time he did Burn Battle School, he didn't have enough money to pay like the guests or the whatever. And he sold his brand new iPhone so he could have enough money to do the event. I mean, is that dedication or one? How many people do you know would do something?
That's real.
His brand new iPhone so he would have enough money to put the event on. I have to give that guy props and respect. Nice. Seriously. Burn Battle School grew into something huge to the point whereby Dr. Rhymes was on stage, you know? It was on a public space, right?
Indeed,
yes, indeed. There were like 20,000 people there. It was for free. And everybody could attend who wanted to do it. And he got people like Busta Rhymes on stage and everything because what he did was like I said, the organizational side of it, that's like the 5th element of hip hop is organization. Nobody organizes, we got no jam. He organized the American government to couple with the Ukrainian government on an exchange program using hip hop as a base. And he got an unbelievable amount of dollars and managed to get somebody like Busta Rhymes over, man. I mean, that is just fantastic. And for free. This event was for free. Please understand that. Yeah. Everything was paid for. Everything. Vladi, thank you for your dedication. I have to give you respect because organization is not easy. Even what you're doing is not easy. Not everybody can do what you do, you know, organizing. So props to you too.
Thank you, brother.
Seriously, the information doesn't get out there unless you do it. So somebody has to do it.
I mean, knowledge. When I started out, knowledge was everything. If you don't have knowledge, you can't do shit. You don't know.
Can't do nothing, man.
You don't know do the moves.
For real, if you don't know, you can't go. It's so simple.
Knowledge is everything. Knowledge is everything.
So now is number 5.
So now we go to the B girls.
Right, B girls. I'm gonna go first of all to Rockefeller. Rockefeller from the USA. She was not only a B girl, but she's also, like I say, once again on the organizational side of things, she's like a businesswoman, and she's also a very, very good rapper. My goodness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's has her own records and everything. I actually did a record with her when I was in the States, and she's just a wonderful person. She works so hard with her, her husband and everything. They're breaking together still to this day and everything. They're doing workshops. They are so into hip hop, and she just stayed a nice person. This is what really catches my heart, you know, when somebody is a nice person and they're still doing the art for the culture's sake. I absolutely love this. And yeah, thank you, Rockefeller, for being my hip hop friend, I suppose I could say. Number 2 B girl, I'm going to say also on the organizational side of things is Nika Kramer. She actually organized the We Be Girls battle.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Yes. And the Battle of the Year and everything, and it was thanks to her that I actually came over to Germany and everything, and she was doing so much work for hip hop. Now, please understand, it wasn't all hip hop with her. She wanted a job, and she ended up getting her nice job at Red Bull because she was taking some really nice photos and everything. But once again, organizing, well, actually inventing the idea of We Be Girls, putting the event on, and poking people in the nose until they took notice of her, until it got to the level whereby they had a B-girl 2-on-2 battle at Battle of the Year. Recognition was everything, because at the beginning, it was just like, okay, we have the B-girls on stage, which is nice, you know, a little show act. but they actually had their own competition. That's how it ended up. So
Give them a
respect that
platform,
too.
yes.
For real, for real. Number three being, oh man, this is going deep now. I would say, once again, another B girl. She was not so much into high level battling, but Nicole from Switzerland, from No Easy Props.
Mhm.
Also, once again, like I say, organization it's something I can't organize nothing. Forget it. Don't ask me to organize my bank balance or anything. That's what
I mean, she brought us together, so
exactly. So I gotta give Nicole some props there. I see No Easy Props. The whole concept, the whole idea. She brought people from way overseas and everything. I mean, geez, thanks to Nicole, I got to meet B-Boy Junior. You know, from Wanted Posse. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to say thank you for that, man. Seriously. And the side of Nicole, oh gosh, I mean, she had a fantastic team with her. They always, always, always had her back. And man, Rossi, I remember Rossi was there as well, working with Nicole. She 100% was half, 50% of the No Easy Props battle. Seriously. Then they were always friendly, always fresh, and took care of everybody. I think if I had a little more money, I think I would have married Rossi and kidnapped her, brought her to Germany, and made her live with me for the rest of my life.
well, she's now
Yeah.
mother of two, I think.
Of course, yeah. Hey,
So
everybody's
that
got
train
babies.
is
Yeah,
gone. Yeah. Yeah.
Nicole's got babies. Yeah, Rossi's got babies. And hey, man, the times of No Easy Props in Switzerland was fantastic.
Nice.
And like I said, everybody. I mean, people always turned up. Everybody always had a good time, and the idea, the concept, you know, was fantastic. The workshops were fantastic as well. So yeah, I got to get some props to those girls in Switzerland. So that's actually 3 and 4. And number 5, B girl. It's gotta be Baby Love. It's my first B-boy crush. Baby Love from Rocksteady Crew. I had that video on pause.
You met her?
I love Baby Love. Baby Love was my teenage crush, my very first B-boy crush. I'm sorry. And I got to meet her. I got to meet her in the Netherlands. She came to an event, hip hop event, where she was speaking on a seminar, you know, and I was there, you know, because I'm the MC. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing, Baby Love, yeah. And I thought to myself at the end, I have to go up and tell her that she was my B-boy crush and try and get a photo with. And you know what? 20 other B-boys did exactly the same damn thing. Oh, I couldn't even get close to her, man. Like, baby, you know, I have your poster. Could you sign this for me, please? If you could just put a kiss on the back of this record, and I will treasure it for the rest. There were 20 other guys doing exactly the same damn thing. I'm like, oh man, I'm out of here. Jeez, that's my top 5 B girls.
That's nice. So you travel the world, bro?
Indeed, I have. My hip hop passport is full.
So 5 of your favorite cities/countries you visited.
Ooh, easy. Okay, definitely Ukraine. The people were friendly. They were so into hip hop. I didn't speak a word of Ukrainian, but I spoke hip hop and they understood me. Nice. For real. That place was great. Over 20, I think at the end, in the outside, in the square they have, I think they said there was 23,000 people. Oh my God. 23,000 people. I mean, half of these people didn't know anything about hip hop. They just knew there was a free event going on in their square. It was a nice sunny day and they could watch it for free. And word got around because, you know, the phones, text messages. Yeah, come on down to the square. There's something going on. Somebody's giving away a free drink called Burn or something. I don't know, whatever. Just come and check it out. And I think it was 23,000 people turned up for this event. So definitely the city of Ukraine. It's a very green country. I like the countryside of Ukraine as well. It's not just a city, very, very green country. And like I said, Vladislav, you know, his organization, he put that all together, introduced me to the city of Kiev. It was fantastic. I love that city. Next city I'm going to say is Berlin. I can say Berlin is very, very multicultural. I like Berlin so much, I ended up living here, like I said, because everybody speaks English anyway, so I can make myself understood. But now I learned German as well, so I can really make myself understood. Berlin has a fantastic hip-hop scene, and it is the most graffiti-bombed city in the world, I think. There's graffiti everywhere, and as soon as they clean it off, something new comes up. What I didn't know was that the government actually pay for some of the walls to be painted over so the graffiti artists can redo some of their works.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that. They actually have money for this. How cool is that?
That's nice.
I mean, please understand, people are still doing illegal tagging and doing throw ups or whatever. Okay, that's the graffiti way. But yeah, graffiti is so well respected over here, and the Berlin Wall is completely covered with graffiti. Some of it has been like been preserved, you know. I mean, it'll never ever go away, you know what I mean?
Yes, of
So
course.
yeah, I really like Berlin, and I really like the Berlin hip hop scene. The thing about Berlin is that you can find, especially back in the days when I first came over, 2008, 2009, it was like you could find, check this out, you could find a hip hop party, but not just any hip hop party. You could find a Spanish hip hop party, or you could find maybe a lesbian B girl hip hop party, or you could find something like open mic, but only for under 14-year-olds hip hop party. And so I tell you, they love hip hop here.
Mhm.
Seriously, and when I saw this, I was like, damn, this has got to be one of the most attractive cities. Of course, still Storm is here as well, of course. But still, yeah, I love Berlin City for its hip hop connection. It's got a fantastic one. Next city, I'm going to say, I've traveled a lot, and I really like Japan, Tokyo.
Oh, nice.
Tokyo in Japan. It's so busy with so many people. The undergrounds are just ridiculous, but I love it. I love it. In the undergrounds, they have people there wearing white gloves to push people into the train to make sure that the doors can close. I mean, how crazy is that, man, for a capital city? But also, there's a lot of poor people in Japan as well, people living on the streets, but they are so friendly. They have so much respect for each other.
Yeah,
People in
the
Germany.
manners is crazy. Yeah.
It really is. Their manners, it's just off the charts, man. Seriously, I really enjoyed Tokyo. Like I said, I don't speak Japanese. You know, I speak hip hop, but they are totally, and they have some fantastic b boys and b girls. You know about the Japanese already. You know, alongside with the Koreans, they are just crazy with it. They are practicing for hours and hours and hours.
Real practice. Real
For
practice.
real. I love the Japanese, love the city, I love the culture, everything about it. So yeah, that's cool for me, man. Seriously. Number four city, gotta say, New York, New York, big city of dreams, but not everything in New York is always as it seems. I've been to New York about 4 or 5 times, and I've loved it every single time. Man, I saw my first gun in America, and it was in New York, and I was not happy. But you know what? I was like, hmm, you know what? It's just like on TV. So yeah, it's all good. So yeah, man, I love New York. Like I say, it's the home of hip hop. But aside from that, it's a bit like Berlin. There's so many different races there: Polish, Spanish, French. You know, they're all there. Japanese, Chinese. They're all there in the same place, trying to make it work. And that's the hip hop way, man. Seriously, they all seem to get along. I mean, they have their attitude. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of bad stuff going on, but somehow they make it work. And if that can work in New York, man, it can work anywhere. I'm sorry.
100%.
For
100.
real, man. And the last city, number five, I've got to go to back home to Nottingham.
Mm.
Nottingham, the land of Robin Hood, where I was born, where I was a proud member of the Rock City crew. Nottingham has nothing but trees. You know, we have Sherwood Forest. We don't have anything. But what we did have was a hip hop community that I absolutely love. To this day, I am still in contact with some of my brothers. The three of them, unfortunately, my crew have passed away, but we all get together. We talk on Facebook and everything, and sometimes we do like a quick video chat. The guys are still around. Nottingham is still there. It'll always be there in my heart because that gave me the chance to be who I am right now. I would not be here if it wasn't for the city of Nottingham and the Rock City crew and the guys that were there thinking differently and forcing, trying to push to the next level to try and get somewhere.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, the world is bigger than your backyard. So thanks to the
Definitely.
guys in Nottingham and thanks to the Rock City crew for
Definitely.
making me who I am today.
Mhm.
Oh, and now the missus is calling me. Wait,
Oh,
I gotta cancel that call. I know
okay, we finish in like 10. Oh.
Nice.
Yes, we're back.
All right.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up anyway, so it's not.
Okay, Capitan. Yeah, the wife is calling me. Sorry. I think
It's
it
all
must be
good.
time for dinner.
It's
I
all
told
good.
her this was going to be like 20 minutes. I think we've been here for an hour.
We're almost 2 hours, bro.
Okay, then maybe we do one later on in the year.
Yeah. Now we just to finish it up now. Okay. The okay, I don't ask this. We don't have so much. Can you turn the phone again,
Oh,
please?
sorry. Yes, of course. Sorry.
So, then we're gonna wrap it up with we're gonna build the perfect breaker, right?
Nice.
So we have, of course, top rock, footwork, power move, freezes, but we also have flavor
Yes, indeed. Yes.
and fashion.
Yes.
So, Mr. Trix, who for you has the best top rocks?
I'm gonna go back to that guy from Poison Effect from
Oh, Toys in the
Yes.
Flip guy.
Oh my god! You know what? I have to dig out the video. I have the videos right here in my house. I have to dig out the video. I have to watch that again.
I think I can also find it out. I will ask
Sure.
the Swiss OGs here.
Seriously, I think it was like 1999 or Battle of the Year 2000. I think it was. But yeah, this guy when he did
2000, 2000 definitely not because
Not-
I don't think 2000. But
no 2000. Okay, let's
so
go for 99.
we call him Toys in the Black. Yeah.
Toys in the Black. Yeah, Toys in the Black. Nice. But yeah, as soon as you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I was screaming, man.
We continue with footwork.
Okay, footwork, Ken Swift, definitely. I mean, 5-step, 6-step,
How can you
4-step.
go wrong? How can you go wrong with
For real, man, for real. And the thing about Kenny was, it's like, he also gave me the idea is like, you have to finish your freezes or, facing your opponent.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm like, why? It's because the idea of breaking, the idea of battle is to make the other guy look bad. If you're doing your freeze and you got your backside to what is that, man? Sorry. So Kenny, definitely for footwork. Yeah.
Then we go freezes.
I used to love. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Freezes. Oh. I think I'm gonna go with Storm's hollow back freeze.
Ooh.
Yeah. Storm's hollow back freeze. The one
I mean, in general, a breaker who has dope freezes, not one particular.
Oh, freeze! I think I'm gonna go for Little Zoo in his day.
Little
Zoo in his day. Red Bull BC1, when he was hyped. I really like Little Zoo's freezes.
I mean, still he kills it. Really.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
For real.
power moves.
Power moves, yeah, but he also has the freezes, man.
No. I mean, next.
Oh, the next level? Ooh, power moves is gonna be. Oh man, Manos. Man, you're really putting me on the spot here.
That's the point of it.
Power moves, power. Okay, because he tried to incorporate footwork as well as power moves when he got really, really good. I'm gonna go for B-Boy Junior.
Ooh.
He always came second in competitions because people thought, yeah, okay, it's cute, it's nice what he does, he's handicapped. But no, he was a really dope B-boy. In his later years, he really, really tried to do even though with his handicap, to do some footwork into his freezes, into his power moves. And I used to love that about him, man.
Shout out to him. I also have a podcast with him if you're curious. You can.
Cool.
I send you everything. So, flavor. You can take yourself too.
Some empty flavor. I could do that. That's a little selfish, but yeah.
Why?
Well, you know what? The flavor MC Trix. I mean, hopefully, like I said, I've inspired with my flavor other people to be MCs.
We take tricks. Okay. And last but not least, fashion.
Oh gosh, fashion. Oh man. Yeah. Who did I used to like for fashion? Oh man, that's a really hard one. There was a guy called Tanabon from Japan who I used to like. He had some dope jackets and some nice.
What's his name again?
Tanabon. He used to work with a guy called DJ T. from Japan.
Oh yeah, I love Miss DJT. I
Yeah,
love
yeah, yeah, yeah. There was a b-boy used to hang around with. I think that was his name, but he had some dope. I was looking at him like, I mean, down to the socks, man. You know, even the socks had like something to do like graffiti socks and graffiti shoes. He used to paint.
The
Yeah,
details is important.
for real. He used to paint graffiti on his shoe. Oh man, he looked. I can't remember his. I think that was his name. I'm not. But yeah, that's my guy. That's
So
my.
the perfect breaker, according to MC Trix, has the footwork, has the top works of Toys in the Black, has the footwork of Ken Swift, the
Yes.
freeze of Lil Zoo, the power moves of Junior. He's dressed like the flavor of Trix, and he's dressed like Tanabon from Japan.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
That's the perfect. So we skipped the other question, but like you say, we're gonna do another podcast for
Do another one, man. I might have some more news for you soon anyway.
I wanna do just a strictly MC podcast with you and Swifty, and we just talk shit about other MCs, you know?
I love to be on there with Swifty, man.
So
I love that.
again, thank you
man.
so much for taking your time. This was a goal of mine since I do podcasts. So thank you again for taking your time.
You're
Trix.
welcome, sir. You're welcome. You have my number.
It was really nice time for me. I hope you had a nice time too. And for the listeners and viewers, please subscribe now. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Yes, you never miss a video every Sunday. Notification on. Thumbs up for the algorithm. Comment who you want to see next. And you can also go now to Bottega Prama's online store, GTV10 for 10% discount. And we'll look out for more podcasts. And that was your favorite Bieber host with your favorite Breaking Show and MC Trix. Peace.
Peace.